webpage.
Hi, and welcome to Wrong Way. And this is one of the most ludicrous builds I've ever seen and touched. And I mean it for real. There is the owner, Peter. Let me tell you more about it.
Wrong way.
So listen guys, on first glance, this does look a bit like it obviously looks like a DIY build. But let me tell you about the specs first before you skip this video. 130 volts, 20 kilowatts, 512 battery cells. Let that sink in. Top speed, 120 kilometers an hour, and an acceleration should be in the neighborhood of 5 seconds, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. Now, probably you're asking yourself, how was this made and how is this even possible? And recently, when I was riding on the Venom Total Top with 17 kilowatts, this was actually faster than that. So this is a totally DIY home-built e-bike by Peter, and consists of Panasonic cells, 512 Panasonic cells, once again 130 volts, and range should be around 200 kilometers, therefore, with a style of riding of above 50 kilometers an hour. And even though the first look on this e-bike might deceive you, there is some really good engineering, or clever engineering involved in it. So it's super light, just weighs around 40 kilograms. It's a regular dirt bike frame actually, with a widened rear. So the QS205 4T motor fits in. And yes, there's a controller, Chinese controller, a square controller, which pushes 20 kilowatts to the rear bicycle tire. And actually Peter likes to drift on this e-bike, as you have seen, and he actually puts 2 layers of tire here to have more grip and more rubber to slide to. Now the pedals don't work currently, they're just set in this position so you can't actually turn on it. There's his friend Adam, that's casually burning out on grass, so it's not really burning out. Once again, this controller, 130 volts, 130 volt e-bike, and it has 2 blocks of batteries per 256 cells in each, and just a small casing around them and a lot of duct tape. Here you can see how much battery there is. Let me just turn it on real quick. Peter just came by, told me a bit more about the e-bike. It's actually 134 volt, 134.4 peak power. So he rode for around 41 kilometers, and as you see, he doesn't ride really carefully, and he has still 82% battery left. So moving on to the handlebar, it's really wide. There's not really a lot of turning, and this is something he wants to change in this e-bike, to have a bit more of a tighter turn for drifting once again. Throttle is in the left hand, and there is no contraction, so the motor will keep on spinning even if you hold the brake, and the motor will stop spinning if you press the rear brake. There's a really usual bicycle speedometer, and yeah, once it goes over 100, then it will just have the numbers rotating once again. It has Tektro Dorado E30 brakes, so this is the most powerful setup you can get in Tektro's lineup, I think. And it has also 200 millimeter Magura floating rotors, so this thing stops like a beast. The front forks are also, it has no kickstand sadly. 40s in the front, and a super powerful 120 watt ATV headlamp. This will provide you with a lot of brightness in the night. Then moving on, a small seat, really down low, once again for drifting. The rear rotor, 200 millimeters as well, and a bit of taped LEDs for rear lighting. So this thing is really deadly, and you'll see how it rides a bit more in a second. But actually, Peter can control this machine via his phone and turn down the power just a bit, and we'll see if I can tame it. Yang Ying. Recently, when I tried to ride this thing, it actually fell. The power just got it underneath me and it made a loop, and I fell as well. So I'm really careful with the throttle, just to not push too much. Very carefully. Okay, it actually rides. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. This is probably the most unrideable thing I've ever seen, or I've ever ridden on. Ah, shit. This is like the definition of adrenaline, probably. Oh man, you just can't push to the max because you'll just immediately fall over. Oh. And I think it gets like no air at all in the rear tire. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's actually like I thought it would be much stiffer because of the lack of rear suspension. By the way, I have no mount today for the GoPro, so that's why probably the view just sucks. But anyways, here is actually the cruise control, so I can just, yeah, now it's cruise control. I can ride it like a unicycle. It's a bit of a soft story right now. Ah, man. The most unrideable thing I've ever seen. And there's really no grip at all. No? So Peter just said that I shouldn't like go die and stuff. So once again, very slowly. Okay, oh yeah, I can feel there's... Oh, this feels actually much nicer. There's no soft start. Yeah, that feels much better. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I can't drift yet, like Peter. Whoa. Yeah, I can't really drift in these shoes because they are barefoot, so I'll rip the sole right away. Oh, this is so fast. But I like it. Now it's much more bearable than before. Okay, so see, even if with lots of power, like if you have the responsibility, like, I mean, the response time, well, full throttle! That was full throttle! Jesus Christ! Probably not full power though. I mean, the turning ratio is still bearable. Yeah, I thought it would be much worse, but I can actually go full throttle. I'll ask him later. Oh, the brakes are so good. I'll ask him later if it really was full throttle. And it's getting bearable. It's getting bearable. And now I should just go and make a burnout on this. Oh, that's nice. Nope, not there. Okay, so Peter just told me this was half power. So if you're still here, leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video.